Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandana, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about improving the effectiveness of your daily puja and your prayers, right? So first of all, let's identify, or rather, how do we identify if what we are doing is working for us or not? So if you're somebody who is following a daily ritual, reading some mantras or stotras, or you're doing some kind of mantra japam and some small sadhana, right? And despite doing that, you feel like it's not giving you any clarity, or you're not getting growth, or you're not getting what you want. It could be materialistically, it could be spiritually. Maybe you want some direction and answers to your question, but despite doing all of this, and maybe over a period of time, let's say maybe a year at least minimum, or 2 years, or some people have been praying for a very long time as well. And if you find yourself in this situation, that means that there isn't enough power in your practice, okay? And secondly, there isn't enough divine energy that is present in your home temple, right? Or on your puja altar, or in your mandir. So let's first look at what is it that is decreasing the effectiveness of your puja. Okay, so there are multiple factors that result in a decrease in the effectiveness. The first and foremost being that there is something wrong with the way you have kept or built your mandir. Okay, it could be direction, it could be idols, certain kind of idols, photographs, yantras. It's not just about keeping it clean, but what you keep and how you keep it as well, right? And the second aspect is that if you feel that you light a diya and put an agarbatti and you ring a bell, and you just do a basic aarti, and then you get on with your work, you go off to office or college, or you log in if you're working from home, that is not enough to pull that kind of divine energy or that kind of positive vibration into your home space. Okay, and this is why when we go to temples and we ask for something or we want something, you notice that you get it sooner than when you're doing it at home. So why does this happen? This is because there is a lot of energy being built, being summoned, being invited, invoked in the temple. There is so much of high vibration there that is able to grant you what you want, give you that kind of clarity and direction, right? And the same thing if you're trying to do it at home, there is a certain puja paddhati that needs to be followed, right? Certain things have to be done in a certain manner with certain mantras as well. So when we just do a puja in a very random or erratic manner, without the correct mantras, without the correct way of, without the correct architecture, right? Of and structure of building this energy in your home temple, then it doesn't work for us. Now, I understand that bhakti is a very important component. If you have a very high level of bhakti, even when you offer just some water to the deity, it gets accepted and things start happening. But considering we are in Kali Yuga right now, it is not that simple. So we have to put our bhakti, our faith, as well as follow some rituals, and a combination of that is what starts inviting and invoking this energy and building the positive vibrations. Okay, so if I have to give you an example, see, negative energy is always there. Even if you don't invite it, sometimes it's already there. But when you are trying to bring the presence or invite a deity into your space, it is a very pure energy. It is a very subtle energy. It is a very high vibrational energy, right? So in order to invoke and invite that, you have to first start building up a more clean and a more pure environment in your space, because that is what will attract these positive beings and these deities to come and reside. Now sometimes if you have a very pure heart and you're doing your bhakti with full surrenderance, what happens is whenever you are doing the prayer, the deity comes and goes, but isn't residing at your altar all the time. And what we are trying to do is to make sure that the divinity stays with us for as long as possible, 24/7. And this is possible only when you maintain your temple and your practice in a certain way. Alright, so this shuddhi and this purification is not necessarily that, oh, everything is neat and clean, there is no dust, there are no cobwebs, everything is, sparkling clean, like the ads we see in TV. Alright, but this spiritual cleansing is more, that is of course in a very physical manner that you need to do, but there is an amount of spiritual cleansing that needs to be done first. And then there is a process which is, invoking more positive energy, and then you are inviting this divine energy into your space, right? So that is called avahan. You do the avahan of the deity. Okay, so there are all these steps involved in divinizing yourself and your space, so that you get more clarity or whatever it is that you want from God. Sometimes people are just seeking peace of mind, or sometimes people are seeking advancement in their sadhanas, right? So I want to talk about the fact that before you reach a deity or you try to invite a deity and invoke positive energy around your space, there are certain beings that have to be tended to before you reach a deity. Now, there may be a lot of you who do sadhana as well, and sometimes you may feel stuck doing a sadhana. Now, these are things, this is not a sadhana that is that you have been guided by a specific guru. Nowadays, everybody knows it's very difficult to find a real guru in today's times. So what happens is most of us see something on YouTube or pick up something from a book, and we kind of, with our own faith, with whatever we feel intuitively drawn to, we kind of engage in that practice. So say for example, it could be chanting the Hanuman Chalisa, or somebody must be doing the Vishnu Sahasranama every day, or somebody is doing a Gayatri mantra or something like that. We're all doing something little bit on our own, with we feel comfortable with in the time that we have or we're able to spare, to engage with the divinity. So what happens is, even for if you're somebody who does sadhana and you're feeling like you're not progressing, this is because you are not taking care, honoring and respecting the preliminary beings and deities before you go into your sadhana. It could be your Bhairav sadhana also nowadays, a lot of people are doing. It could be Devi sadhana, it could be Ganpati sadhana, it could be any sadhana that you're doing, right? So these preliminary beings are your gurus, your ancestors or your pitras, your Kuladevi, and a lot of other preliminary deities as well. So, and this is to be done in a step-by-step procedure. Okay, nowadays everybody is interested in going straight to a Mahavidya practice, but a Mahavidya is a Vidya, and it is Mahavidya, which means the greatest knowledge or the greatest learning of the universe, right? So if you are not tending to these fundamental things, if you don't correct, then it is not going to be easy for you to succeed in those kind of sadhanas, or even reach those kind of sadhanas, right? So what I'm wanting to tell you is that it is very essential to do these fundamental steps in your daily practice. And see, if you're somebody who is spending a lot of time anyway, then you may as well do it right. It's like running on a treadmill and running on the road. You're spending the same amount of energy, but when you're running on the road, at least you're getting somewhere. Okay, and this is exactly why I have designed a course which is called Improving the Effectiveness of Your Puja. And this course has two levels, level 1 and level 2. So how did I come about this course? So over the 18 years of my spiritual practice, okay, I have noticed that whenever I give remedies to people, to correct their whatever they need correction for in their life, in the material way or in the spiritual way, sometimes these remedies take a longer time to show effect than expected, or sometimes they don't seem to be working at all. And this happens with 90% of my clients. And then every time that we have gone back as to why this is not working is because, again, these same 3 or 4 fundamental steps have not been tended to. Either there is something wrong in their puja room, or what they're not doing it in the right manner, or they haven't pacified the preliminary beings or deities, which kind of open out all the doors for you in every aspect of your life. So this is why I have designed this course. And in this course, I will be teaching you how to connect to your guru, how to connect to your pitras, remedies, for your pitras to pacify them. Now, it's not necessary that just because you have or don't have a pitra dosh, you shouldn't be doing this. These are steps that everybody should be doing, irrespective of whether they have a dosh or they don't have a dosh. Because when you open these doors, then it leads you into a more higher path, right, without any obstacles and without any problems. Otherwise, what happens is you get stuck in the same place. Now, the other thing that I have noticed, in my practice, and what I have kept in mind while designing this course, is when you tackle these 3 and 4 fundamental steps in your daily puja, and you incorporate these practices in your daily practices also, 90% of your problems get solved here only. Whether it is not being able to get your property in your name, ancestral property related queries, whether it is dealing with progeny or conception, whether it is dealing with overall growth in your life, whether it is dealing with peace of mind at home and harmony in your relationships. So I'll give you a very small example of this, right? Now, say for example, if somebody is not able to conceive a child, okay, so the problem is a very standard and common problem nowadays that you see. But the reason for this getting blocked could be either the person's ancestors are not pacified, yeah, there is a mild or a heavy pitra dosh, or maybe there may not be a pitra dosh, but their current, in their family, their their grandparents or someone who have deceased are not in a very pleasant state. So that's one reason. Second reason why somebody may not be able to conceive is because the deity of your clan, like your Kula Devi, your Kula Devata is upset with you or angry with you. So since they are the presiding deity of your family, or it could be even your family deity, then it doesn't allow the growth of the clan, right? So how does that happen? Our clans and our names and our lineages continue by having more offspring, having more children. So then that gets blocked. The other reason that this could be blocked is because of a planetary affliction, yeah, like your Mangal or your Shukra or something like that. So, but when you come for a consultation or something, we're able to identify from where the problem is stemming. So in the same manner, a lot of people have a lot of problems, but the cause of that problem is different for everyone, although the problem is the same, right? So when we address these fundamental steps, all of these problems start going away. They start settling down. You start finding a solution towards it, right? So this is what I have kept in mind and designed this course. And in the level 2, now I will be giving you all the mantras that are assigned with lighting a lamp with the agarbatti. What are you supposed to say when you offer flowers? And the bhuta shuddhi process also, and whatever is being covered in level 1 and level 2 can be done for any deity. It is something that everybody should follow, irrespective of which deity they are more inclined to or not. And if you're somebody who is not doing any spiritual practice and someone who is looking at wanting to do it but do it the right way, then this course is for you. And if you're interested in signing up for the upcoming batches, then there is a number that I have put in the description box. You can WhatsApp me on it and inquire about the pricing and the dates. And this workshop is conducted both in Hindi and in English as well. So you don't have to worry. You can take whichever language you are comfortable in. And that's all I have for you today. And I hope to see you in the next one. And I hope this video was educational and little enlightening. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. Namaste.